Capricorn, hi, how are you? I'm just coming in here, having some coffee and reading some cards. This is going to be the reading for October 20th, 2021, the full moon reading in Aries. Now, you don't have to be in Aries or have it in your chart, just a placement of the moon. You can still benefit from the lunar energies. Oops. All right. Okay, you guys are doing all right. If you're new to my channel, thank you so much for popping in. I hope you enjoy it, and you'll come back to see me again. And if you've been here before, I do appreciate the support. It means a lot. All right, let's see. What can we tell Capricorn? Okay, we got the Seven of Cups, the Three of Swords, the Magician, and the Nine of Swords. Alright, guys. Alright. Let's see what we can find out here, and I'll clarify with the deck, same deck. And then I'll pull a couple oracle cards. Alright. The first thing is the Seven of Cups energy. And what this is saying to me is like, for you to be able to move forward in your cycle, to be able to manifest, to be able to add anything, you need to let go of something. And I feel like this is telling me that you need to let go of illusions, false ideas of what kind of options you have available to you. I'm not saying that you don't have any options, but I feel like there might be so many that either you're not picking one because it can be overwhelming, or some of them are just kind of like pie in the sky kind of things and you're not seeing the reality of them. So for you to be able to move forward and maybe grab onto something that's a little bit more stable and sturdy, you need to let some of those options go to what they actually are, which is not a grounded foundation. Does that make sense? I'm sorry. But once that is released, like once you are able to let go of these things that are possibly not real to you, or not available to you for real, then it's saying that, you know, where you're going to be once you release this. And I feel like with this Three of Swords, where you're going to be basically is you're going to be kind of sad. You might be like even crushed because what you did think were true and real options are not, and you realize that. And you come to that conclusion and you're sad about it. I mean, you might have, I don't know if it's in work or if it's in, you know, hobbies or extracurricular or whatever it is that you were doing. Once you decide or realize which options are not really real, you're going to be sad. You're going to, you know, feel like you took a hit there. But it's also not going to be long lasting, because right here, what you can start welcoming in is manifestation of new things. Like you got the great manifestor right here. You're going to be able to create things that you want or situations you want. Being able to, you know, use resources that you have and knowledge and experience and everything you have available to you to actually manifest your own path instead of thinking about what was. Now, what this process is going to take you, what this process is going to bring you, is the strength and the endurance to be able to handle anything that might have led you astray before. You're not going to fall prey to that. So if there's something, you know, snake oil salesman just popped into my head, you're not going to fall for any of that. So whatever this was or whatever these things were, you're not going to fall to that. You're smarter, you're wiser, you have more experience. You're not going to have to worry about that. You're strong, you're tough. You know, that's like, no, you're not going to pull you're not going to pull it over on my eyes. Does that make sense? Yeah. You're just not going to fall to that. let's see, what about Seven of Cups? Let's tell Capricorn about the Seven of Cups. Okay, Four of Wands and the Page of Swords. Well, it looks like, now I'm not sure what that represents, but as far as things that were illusion to you or not real or not realistic, I'm not going to say they're not real, just not realistic. Maybe this was a matter of, something that you lost, if it had something to do with a home possibly, maybe even a wedding, some form of party that maybe it wasn't within your means. And maybe there was a young person around you that was going to be involved in these such a things. And like I said, I don't know what these things are. That's the thing. It's just a matter of, sometimes we don't have clear ideas of what our options really are. So maybe you were always just looking for options to do something. And now again, it could be a form of celebration. It could be a young person, or it could just be a characteristic of you in, being very like youthful and I don't want to say naive, but just very youthful and young, but again, very smart, very, intellectual, good communicator. But I'm just feeling like it feels like this possibility wasn't something that was possible. Oh my God, I sound like a doofus. It just doesn't seem like it was possible. So I don't know if this was a home. I don't know if this was a wedding. This was some party that was like astronomical in price. And I don't know if this is somebody in your life or some characteristic of you. But I feel like once you were able to move away from these unrealistic options, then even though it's going to hurt when it happens, again, maybe you don't want to disappoint somebody. Maybe you feel bad that you're not going to be able to, get your dream home or, have your dream wedding. I think you're going to feel like disappointed because the realization comes to you, but I don't feel like it's going to be a very long disappointment. Because then I have this Two of Wands and this King of Pentacles, and at this point I feel like you still have the ability to grow things and make things come out for you. Like, you're making plans, like you're still doing it, so it's not like it's wrong and not like you can't do it anymore. Yeah, but you just you narrow those plans down. You make them more accessible, make them more realistic and easy to get or easy to acquire. Instead of making them so, like pie in the sky where, it's going to be hard and it's going to make you, it's going to be very hard for you to do, and it's going to make you feel a certain kind of way when you can't do it. Because I feel like once you do this and you're making these plans that you can actually do, you're going to feel very, very grounded and stable and secure, because you're like, oh, I can do this. I feel like I can do this. I'm not overshooting myself. This is like, and I'm not saying like you're getting, McDonald's takeout, and no, it's not that. It's not that it's not going to be, if this is a party, a good party. It's not that that's not going to be that. It could be just as wonderful as you want it to be. It's just, you're just going to have something that's a little bit more in your zone. A little less stress causing. So what's this Magician telling me? What's this Magician telling me? Five of Pentacles and the Sun. Well, that makes sense. Well, that tells me that once you realize what your limits are, what you're, what you're able to have, and feel comfortable with it, and you can be proud and happy for what you're able to do, and be very secure in it, you're not going to feel left out. You're not going to feel like you're leaving anybody out. Like, so if you're going to disappoint anybody, you're not, because it's going to be the best thing that you can do, and it's going to be good for everybody all around. And that's what this magician guy does. He manifests things that make good sense, using all your resources, using everything that you have in you, and everything that you know, that you're going to be able to do that, because then you're going to have, like, the happy. This is what the goal for almost everybody is. Probably everybody. Just to be that happy, to be that secure and that comfortable. And you're not going to feel left out. Nobody else is going to feel left out. Let's see. What about this Nine of Wands? What about the Nine of Wands? Two of Cups and Eight of Wands. Well, that's interesting. All right, well, you know what? This, to me, this feels like you, like I said, you have the strength and the resilience and the endurance, because you've been through it. You've been through it, and you aren't going to be fooled anymore. Nobody's going to be able to fool you and talk you into something that's not real. It's going to, like, fake you out. It's not going to happen, because you got this. You know what is you know what is possible, and you can say no. That's no. Just no. So you know that part, and I feel like you're going to handle any situation that comes in pretty quickly, like, with discernment, and you're not gonna have to, like, backpedal or think of something else or try to figure out another way to handle it. Like, you're going to be able to handle it, like, right out the gate. You're not, whatever it is. And while that's going on, you're going to either find a really, really close friendship, a bond. I don't know if this is going to be romantic or platonic, but I think that if you have this and you're feeling a certain kind of way about yourself, and you're not feeling negative, you're not feeling like you're easily, conned, and you're showing strength. I mean, you're showing strength in your attitude and the way you project yourself. There may be, that kind of thing happens when people's frequencies ring just a little bit higher, and then you start attracting people that kind of, like, are at that same frequency as friends, as, lovers, what have you. And I feel like you'll be making special bonds, because you're going to be being around people that all have the same, like, I don't know, vibe, I guess. All right, let's see. Let's do a couple of these souls. Yeah, soul's journey. That's right. And then we'll close out. Capricorn, I think I like this for you. It's good. And again, the moon cycle, it's like from the new moon to the full moon. And if what you want to accomplish does not come out of this, that one cycle, there's always another. Every month we get the same cycle, because, not the same, but we get another cycle, because it takes the moon, 29 days to go around the earth, and each time we get the new opportunity for a cycle. Let's see. Yep. We got blame. Okay, I'm going to put my glasses on this time. Blame. I accept responsibility for my well-being. Good point. And imagination. I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. That's it. Again, is a good point. All right. Okay, Capricorn, I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it helped out. If you can give me a thumbs up, subscribe, share. Write me a comment. I'd love to hear from you. And I will be seeing you guys for the November readings. Thank you very much for popping in, and I will see you then. Bye.